All right, this is a parallelogram. Remember, with your parallelogram, your opposite sides are congruent. So if I know AB is 20, that tells me that DC is also 20. Bear with me on my writing. All right, it's easier for me to fill in the picture and then do this chart down here at the bottom. All right, same thing. If AD is 28, that tells me that BC is 28. All right, 28. Okay, now let's deal with this 13 and this 15. 13 is the length of DE, and since I know the diagonals AC and BD bisect each other, that tells me that E is the midpoint. If E is the midpoint and DE is 13, then EB is also going to be 13. Same thing, E is the midpoint of AC, so AE is 15, and EC is also 15. All right, I've taken care of all the segments, so now let's go ahead and fill in this part. All right, so DC we said was 20. BC, we got 28. A little crazy 8. EC, we said was 15. AC, all right, now AC. If AE is 15 and EC is 15, 15 and 15 gives me, that's right, 30. Okay. BE, we got 13. And then DB, 13 and 13 gives me 26. All right, now let's do the angles. All right, so they filled in a few of my missing angles. Now you have to use what you know about the opposite angles. Opposite angles in a parallelogram are going to be congruent. Your next to each other angles are going to add up to 180. They are supplementary. And since I have the picture like this, I do have some triangles going on. And you should remember that triangles add up to give you 180. All right? So first things first, let's go where we have the most information. Right here at the bottom, I have a 22 and a 56. So that is in the same triangle. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add 22 and 56. And when I add 22 and 56, I get 78. Then I'm going to take and subtract 180 from 78, which gives me 102. So this angle right here at the top, let me actually switch colors, is going to be 102 degrees. 102. Okay? All right, now, this one and this one are vertical. So if I know that this guy down here is 102, then at the top we also have 102. 102. Just like that. All right. Now, this one and this one right here are forming a straight line. And you should remember that your straight lines are going to be 180 degrees. So if I know I have 102 and I subtract 180 from 102, I will get 78. And they're vertical. So I also have another 78, like so. All right, now the next place that I'm going to go is over here in this triangle. So in this triangle over here, I have 38 and I have 78. So again, just like before, let's go ahead and add those up. So we're going to do 34 plus 78 will give us 116. And then I need to subtract 116 from 180 degrees, which will give me 64. So this angle at the top, missing in this triangle, will be 64. All right. Now that we have that, let us think about another thing. So my opposite sides in my parallelogram are parallel, right? So I'm going to go ahead and make my Z. Now remember, your Z tells you that you have alternate interior angles. Alright, so the football guy's running down the field, and then he jukes, and then he's running, running some more, still running, still running. Watch out for that defender over there. Hopefully they have defenders in football, I'm not actually sure. Alright, so we have our Z. Now remember, your Z tells you that you have alternate interior angles. So I know that if this guy over here is 64, then I jump across my transversal, and this guy over here is also 64. Okay? So the same thing is going to work with my 56, all right? If I draw my Z with my 56, on the other side, next to this 64, is going to be 56. So you should have the same numbers, but on opposite sides of that transversal. So the same thing is going to apply with my 38 and 22. So jump across, and this top angle right here is going to be 22. And the bottom one right here is going to be 38. All right, now all we have to do is fill in the rest of this chart. So we have DAE. We'll do that one first. So start at D, trace to A, then go to E. All right, what was in the middle? It was A, which is 64. BAE. All right, so we're going to start at B, go to A, then E. That gives me 56. DEC. So start at D, go to E, then C. We got 102. It's a lot easier to fill this in now that we filled out that top picture. It's very important, especially when you're doing things in geometry, to make sure you label things. All right, AEB. AEB is 102. Okay, and then BCE. BCE is 64. Sorry, my handwriting is pretty atrocious with this. All right, let's see. AED, we have our 78. BEC is also 78. That made it a little bit prettier. Okay. CBE, so start at C, go to B, then E, we got 38. For CBE. And then last but not least, ABE, we have 22.